Hello, this is Naxito Cloud, and welcome back to my channel. I haven't posted in not exactly a month, but something like that, maybe in like 3 weeks almost. And I was thinking on what to post, and I remembered that I haven't posted a get ready with me on this channel like ever. I did a get to know me where I talked about my likes and dislikes, but that was last year, so I was like, why not? Let's do one. A bit more interesting. First, I'm gonna answer the basic questions that people would maybe want to know, and then later on into the video, I pulled up like random questions from the internet. It was basically a Google search, and I found this a list of questions on Reddit that I thought was a bit more unique than all of the other basic ones to make this a bit more different. So yeah, I'm also blind as hell, so I'm gonna be pulling the mirror right here. So I apologize if the view is a bit obstructed, but there's nothing I can do. I'm blind. So I'm also gonna go out later. So I was like, why not? Let's film a get ready with me while doing my makeup. I am currently 25. I believe that when I did that video, I was 24. Because I filmed it, I believe, around November, but I could also just be wrong. Who knows? I still haven't graduated. I'm gonna graduate this year. Oh God, I'm really hoping and praying that I graduate this year. And if I can, then I at least want to be done with my capstone project next year. Another thing, I guess, that I could say that defines me as a person is that I have PCOS, and I mention this a lot. If you watch my content, I mention this a lot. And I'm not gonna say what it is, Google search it or something, but I'm pretty sure that I explained what it means in another video. And it has drastically impacted my life. And literally, anytime something's wrong with my body, like even if it's just slightly off, it doesn't need to like be something dramatic. I immediately know that it's my PCOS. Basically, all of my other chronic issues are caused by my PCOS. And I haven't fully changed it, but I'm slowly changing my lifestyle so I could be able to live a more sustainable life with a chronic illness. And I have another friend. She also has a chronic illness, and literally every other week we're like, hey, this is happening to my body, and I think it's because of my chronic illness. I'm kind of happy that it's not just me. This sounds horrible because I don't want anyone to have a chronic illness, but I'm happy that I have someone else to talk to about this, and not feel insane about it. I currently work as a copy editor, and I got so happy when I got the job because I'm an English major, and before that I worked as a recruiter in the renewables energy sector, and I always wanted to work in my field. So when I got accepted, I immediately said yes. Like when they sent me the offer, I was like, yes, yes, I want it. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with my makeup, but I know I want something sparkly. What else can I share? Maybe I can share something about my teenage life. I have strict and conservative parents, and up until the age of 18, I had a curfew and I had to be home by 9 p.m., no later than that. And then until the age of, so now from 18 to 20, it was 11 p.m. And then after 20, I was like, hey, I'm an adult. You cannot give me curfew. And yeah, after that, I was like, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm just gonna go out whenever I want and come back home whenever I want. Because I would also like be texting my parents and telling them where I am. But I also became dependent on that because even after I stopped having restrictions, I would still text my parents and tell them, oh, I'm here, I'm there. And I'm like, I shouldn't have done that, but whatever. Um, in high school, honestly, maybe it's good. Like fandom spaces can be good sometimes because girls around, not all of them, but I mean, some girls around me, they would be having boyfriends. They also, I just wasn't allowed to date. Like I wasn't allowed to date anyone. Not even go on a date, not talk about boys, nothing love, nothing romantic, okay? My parents are a bit like loony bins, whatever. And yeah, because I knew that I couldn't even talk about boys, I just like gave up on dating entirely, even though I did want to experience it. Like, come on, imagine being a teenager and just wanting to go on a date, man. You don't even have to kiss, you don't even have to do anything. It's just cute. You go out with a boy, you do things together, it's cute, like nothing more happens. And I wanted to experience that as a teenager. Like I didn't even want a relationship. I was like, man, it would have been so cute if I just went on a date as a teenager, but whatever. And yeah, because I wasn't allowed to do all that stuff. I was in a lot of fandom spaces. I remember, of course, I loved One Direction and Justin Bieber as a kid, but I remember, oh my God, when I came across when EXO was releasing like their pre-debut teasers. I vividly remember them, and that was when like I fully supported men, and in a different continent. I was like, what the hell? I was 12, by the way. So yeah, during that time, I was just into K-pop a lot, anime, reading. I was sort of a nerd, if you want to call me that. So I did that instead of secretly dating people or doing whatever my peers were doing. And I also think that because I was like so obsessed with EXO, I didn't fall prey of like pedos online or weird men and my boys at my school. So there are good things about being in a fandom. Also, I just had a lot of fun, bro. I would be talking to other girls online. We would be sharing posts together. I don't know, it was just an amazing space. So during the time that I was in the fandom. Now they're all EXO members are all adults, and you know what happened with freaking Chris. But I really enjoyed that time, honestly. I miss it. Literally, that's what I did as a teenager. What else? So I was born in London, and when I was 16, I got to visit it, and such a beautiful city. And during that age, I really did want to like. I imagined what my life could have been like in London, and now you could not pay me to live in London. That place is so unsafe. And I don't know, it's just not my place anymore. I wouldn't see myself living in London, working there, maybe visiting for a short time, yes, but living there, I don't know, I don't think so. Also, this brush is falling apart. I ran out of blush, like the blush that I use, even when I put micellar water in it, it just doesn't like the color is just gone for some reason, and I need to buy a new blush. Also about the fandom thing, it's so annoying when they people think that like fangirling and you know the all of these like fan activities only became a thing with the like digital media. It's not true. Like fangirls have been around for a long time. And it was so funny when I found out that both my mom and my aunt, who used to be big George Clooney fans, when they were in their 20s, and I was like, oh my God, out of all the people, George Clooney. I don't know, I don't, because then I looked at pictures of him when he was young, and I was like, I don't like this dude. He's in the sense that I'm not attracted to him, but I guess different beauty standards. So yeah. As for me, I to this day I love Kai from EXO. Oh my God. I don't know. I've always just had the biggest crush on him. And some of my cousins don't understand it. Even one of my friends, she's like, I don't understand you like him. I'm like, y'all don't know how much I like this man. And it's a bit shocking because I don't like men. I'm a man hater, okay? My favorite movie of this year, I'd say, is Conclave. And it came out at such a great timing because Conclave, what? Wait, did Conclave? I think it came out last year. Never mind, I think it came out last year, but still, the timing of it, and the movie did so well. But I'd also just say that the cinematography, the script, like every single scene was just beautiful. And it's also a book. I didn't know that. And then the Pope dying this year, may his soul rest in peace. Yeah, I think the timing was just on point. I know nothing about the new Pope though. Not a religious person. So yeah, that's all I had to say about Conclave. I also just I was never interested in Catholicism, and I learned so much about the Vatican and the Roman Catholic Church because of Conclave. Also, the vocabulary in Conclave was amazing. I learned so many new words. So yeah, if English is your second language, just like it is for me, I think Conclave would be a great movie to watch. My concealer is not looking good, but it's fine. I don't care. I need to read the Conclave book. I also just bought The Vegetable by Han Kang, and I cannot wait to read it. Like, I'm so happy she won the Nobel Prize, especially with what's going on in South Korea right now. I'm so freaking happy for her. One thing that I do want to talk about is adulthood. I work a 9 to 5, like everyone does, and it's fine. I love my job, but it's a me problem. Like it just I have the traffic is horrible where I live, and it takes me so long to go home. And then I have to cook food, and then those few hours that I have left, I rest or I do something small, something that does not require a lot of energy, because I don't even have that much energy. And you know how I said that I'm trying to stay on top of my PCO? Well, I don't think I mentioned it, but I am trying to stay on top of my PCOS. And it's been hard trying to cook food when I don't have the time for food. Like even pre-mealing, maybe because I just haven't figured out the perfect system for me. But for example, a month ago, I planned my meals. I did all of that, but I'm also a horrible cook, so I can't really measure those freaking meals right. And sometimes I would have to eat the same meal like for 2 days straight, and it just oh my god, I got so bored of it after a while, and I'm still trying to figure out like how to meal prep and still add like a variety of different foods, because I do not want to be eating the same meal for 2 days straight. During the work days, not at home. I'm actually at my grandma's because my grandma broke her leg last year, beginning of last year in January, and me and my mom have been taking care of her. So I've basically had to sort of put my life on a pause so I could take care of my grandma. And it's fine, whatever, I'm the oldest daughter. It's expected of me to do that. But I'm honestly just doing it more for my mom because I just don't want her to have all that burden. It's hard. My grandma is like half paralyzed. She needs someone else to assist her. Like she just can't move like she did before she broke her leg. And she also has osteoporosis. I might not be pronouncing that right, but to prevent it mostly affects women. And to prevent it, please go train, pull some weights, train those muscles, be more active, take your vitamins. It's really bad. And even if you don't break a bone, even if you don't sprain anything, like even before my grandma broke her leg, she would always complain about her legs hurting. She would always complain about having body aches because of osteoporosis. So please take care of yourself. So yeah, I've been helping my grandma more, and I've had to put a pause on my life and anything else that I wanted to do. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna be able to get back to my hobbies while taking care of my grandma, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And it was really hard, honestly. Taking care of someone who's half paralyzed is hard. And I'm not gonna say that it's easy. I'm not gonna say I'm doing this out of love and that's why it's easy. No, I still haven't figured out how to cope with it actually. Because oftentimes I get angry with myself, and then at others, of course, because I'm also not, my mom and I are not getting the help that we need. And I wish other people could help us more. I wish my cousins and my other aunt were here to help me, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be the one to tell people, hey, come and help me. But because of all of this, before this, I had to take care of my paternal grandfather who died during COVID, and then my maternal grandfather who died because of cancer, my father, and now my grandmother, literally all four in a row. And I'm so tired of all that has happened that I just want a peaceful life, honestly. This is why I'm also like putting in more effort to take care of myself, because I want to enjoy my retirement. I actually want to be able to go out on a walk with my girls, partner, family, enjoy those times, and not have to worry about a chronic illness. Sure, of course, it's normal to be sick during that age, but I at least want to be able to, take care of myself. So, yeah. And yeah, after like taking care of all of my grandparents, I literally told my mom, you're gonna have to like take care of yourself when you get old, because I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'm so tired. And I didn't say this to be selfish, but my parents are the type of people, even right now, they're young. My mom is in her late 40s and my dad is in his early 50s. And they never take care of themselves. My father, for example, he has hypertension, diabetes, and he smokes like crazy. And then my mom has back problems, yet all she does is clean and not actually like do something, not even exercises. And I'm like, why should I take care of you when you're not taking care of yourself? So yeah. Being the oldest daughter sucks so bad, and I actually wouldn't wish it on anyone. And it's become so bad that I literally told my brother last week. I was like, man, I wish I was a man. I wish I was a man so I wouldn't have to deal with this, because a man can just get up and leave his whole family, and no one will say anything to him, no one will hold him accountable. They can just do whatever they want. And I want to have that freedom. I want to have it, that I don't. One second. Not what I want to do. I think I will do like a small eyeliner if I can. And if you're thinking like, oh, why is this lady airing out her business on social media? And like, why shouldn't I? It's my life. I can do whatever I want with it. As a side note though, I've also have not been able to commit to finishing my book because I've just been so busy with everything, and I have no idea when I'm gonna be able to pick it up again. It sucks that I cannot write my own book right now. There's no rest for the wicked, I guess. I apparently I must have done something horrible in my past life to be experiencing this. Literally, anytime something shows up, like something new, beyond of what I'm doing right now, and I get so stressed and mad, I'm just like, there's no rest for the wicked. And now I've turned it into a joke because it's making me wonder, like, what did I do? Like, it's making me rethink everything that I've done in this life and potentially in another one if I ever had one. And I'm like, what did I do that all of these things keep happening to me? I just have this sort of like unlucky syndrome, if you want to call it that. Like, things just happen to me, which sucks, but I'm also used to it. I'm kind of used to it. I'm like, oh, this is something that would happen to me. I currently am watching Top Form and I'm loving it. Oh my god. The leads, what the hell is this? Like, this is not a good eyeliner, bro. What am I? Let me just try to clear it. Like, they're gorgeous. Oh my god, gorgeous. But what the hell are they putting? Why the hell are they putting those contacts on Jin? One of my cousins was like, "Oh, maybe they're trying to make him look like white passing or something." I was like, "No, he looks weird as hell. Like, there was no need for him to have blue contacts and blonde hair. Like, what was that?" And I know that it's an adaptation of a Japanese manga, but come on, let's be so for real right now. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's so good. The chemistry is amazing. And the best thing about it is that the acting is amazing. The acting is just brilliant. Because usually in these BL shows, the acting is so bad. Oh my god. The acting is so bad. I'm trying to open my own blog and I've been hosting it. Well, I paid for the hosting option on Bluehost, but somehow it, like, the domain won't connect to my WordPress, and it's driving me insane. Like, I keep following all of the instructions, I keep looking at what people are advising at the advices on people on Reddit, and it's just not working, and it's driving me insane because everyone was like, it's so easy, it's so easy. No, it's not, you damn liars. You're all liars. It's not easy. I think I'm gonna have to like make a long post on Reddit. Hopefully someone is gonna help me. But if you know anything about websites and hosting, please contact me, please. I'm desperate at this point. And I'll link like this Reddit question post below, so if you wanna use it as well. And the first question is, what is the smallest thing that you are grateful for? Currently, right now, I'm grateful that I get to make my own cup of coffee every day. Because of the way that life has just become way too dynamic for me, I cannot even handle it at this point. I'm holding on to the small things, the tangible things that I can just do by myself. So yeah, I'm grateful that I get to make my own cup of coffee, and I kind of find it has become sort of like a ritual for me. I make my coffee by myself, and I enjoy it all by myself. So yeah, that's what I've been enjoying. And then another one is, where do you wish you had grown up? I honestly don't know. Like, I even discussed this with some of my family members recently. Like, before 2023, if you had asked me like, where do I want to live, I would have mentioned 100 places. Now I have no idea. And one of my cousins was like, I think at this point it just, but now I think at this point it's just wherever you feel comfortable. Maybe it doesn't matter if the country is not that great. Maybe the economy is not the best, or maybe the medical field is not the best either. But whatever works for everyone, I guess. But what always fascinates me is those Nordic and Scandinavian countries. They're known to be more socialist, and sometimes I think of like how I would have turned out as a person, or how my life would have been any different if I grew up in a country that respected me as a citizen. that I wonder about. And like, what if I lived in a tropical country? That always fascinates me. Because I used to be a winter person, but the older I became, the more I fell in love with summer. And sometimes, like, I I don't know, I seek warmth, if that makes any sense. I once on TikTok saw this woman. Wait, I don't think I should have done this. Okay, so on TikTok once I saw this woman going, I think it was like the Maldives or Bora Bora for New Year's, and she celebrated it there all by herself. I was like, oh my god, I want to experience that. Would love to spend the New Year's the New Year's in a tropical island. That would be freaking amazing. And yeah, it has also become my dream. Like ever since I saw that woman doing it, I also want to do it. Did I mention that I love everything that glitters and sparkles? I don't know, I love it. I love it so much. Okay, if you could be any mythical creature, what would you be and why? I think I'd love to be like, sure, I think, I don't know. I think, and I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, a dragon would be fucking cool. Oh my god. I would have so much fun as a dragon. Oh my god. Here it says, what is the most trivial thing that about which you have a strong opinion? No idea if this is gonna connect to the question exactly, but literally yesterday, I was talking to my cousins, and oh yeah, I only hang out with my cousins and my best friends, basically. I have no one else. And yeah, I was talking to them, and my cousin started the conversation because she was like, I hate how every influencer is using the same music over and over again. And she talked about this influencer that went to, I think it was like on holiday on some sort of island. And instead of like using, a tropical sound or a video from, a song from the place of the country, the place that she was in. She used there's like this trending song on TikTok right now, my little baby, da, 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 something like that. And then coming back to what I wanted to say, I went off about how I hated when, this is specific, okay? When someone makes a comeback and instead of using the song that the artist just released, they use the song of another artist. And when it's like random accounts, I'm like, okay, fine. They made this for fun. But when it's fan accounts, when it's literally accounts dedicated to that artist, and instead of not promoting their work, they use someone else's song, I'm like, bro, I want to listen to their new song. I don't want to listen to someone else's song. And I literally experienced this with Kai. He released the song Wait on Me, and all I kept seeing was fan edits of the music video with other songs. And I'm like, you morons, use this freaking song. Oh my god. I don't know, that made me so mad for no reason. Like, why are they acting this way? Just use his song. But whatever. If you could change one thing about yourself physically, what would you change? I would want to be at least 5 centimeters taller. So I'm 160 right now, and that's 5'2" in feet. And I just wish I was at least 5 centimeters taller, because I've said it before, but have I? I don't know. One of the reasons being that every time I have to buy, like, let's say leggings, pajamas, jeans, pants, in that category, I always have to get them tailored. Always have to get them tailored because they're too long for me. What is the thing that you're most proud of? I'm happy at how much I have worked on myself. I'm happy of the person that I have become, and I'm also happy that I'm constantly trying to become a better person, and that somehow through hard work, my anxiety has gotten better, and the way that I manage my stress has become better, and it makes me really happy because when I look back at how bad my anxiety used to be, I'm so freaking proud of myself. If you were a character in a movie, book, or television show, what genre would you live in? Not gonna lie, I'd probably choose something like fantasy, maybe Lord of the Rings. Maybe I'd be an elf. I would love that. But something else, I know it's crazy. I know it's a bit psychotic to say this, but I'd love to be in those demon hunting movies or shows. You know, like The Conjuring with Ed and Lorraine. I don't know, like, because this is just all hypothetical, like, and I just love to beat up some demons, man. Like, one of the things that I find to be unrealistic in these demon movies, is that they're always like trying to fight these demons with crosses or with like prayers, and I'm like, where's the fists? I mean, where are the fists? Why can't we fight these demons physically? I think they do that in Supernatural. I think they do that. So yeah, I'd love to try something like that. Just like spice up my life a little. Or I don't freaking know, like have superpowers. You know that one anime, Bungo Stray Dogs? Oh my god, the superpowers in that anime are so freaking cool. And they can be so random at times. So yeah, I'd love to experience that. But I'd also just love to be a mythical creature in an island living the most serene and peaceful life ever. What is an irrational fear that you have? Breaking my two front teeth. I think that's a pretty common irrational fear. And it's possible because we went on a skiing trip once. My school sent us, and this girl that I know at my school, but I also think it's her fault because she wasn't being careful, and she would like go and ski in the places where she wasn't even like ready to ski at, and she fell on the ice and broke her front tooth. And so yeah, it is possible. So that's one of them. Another irrational fear is getting hit by a car. I don't know. It's just like, what do you do? I don't know. It's a bit scary. Oh my god, my craziest irrational fear is that somehow, my wallet is gonna jump out of my bag and I'm never gonna see it again. Like, constantly, also because due to my anxiety, I'm always checking if my wallet is in my bag. I'm always checking, and it's so annoying, but I can't help it. I honestly can't. But I also think it's one of the only good thing that has come out of having anxiety because you cannot rob me. Like, I'm always checking things, and I'm also a crazy bitch. So if you ever try to rob me, especially now that I saved up my money to buy a new phone, oh my god, I'm gonna murder you. So yeah, maybe there are good things when it comes to anxiety. What is the closest you've come to dying? I got food poisoning. I don't know how. We suspect because so basically, like, we suspect, meaning my parents and I, that it was due to the sauce. Because I ate spaghetti bolognese when this happened, and we think that it's the sauce because the spaghetti was fine. And basically, we were out for dinner. We go home around midnight. I wake up because I'm feeling thirsty. I stand up, I go drink water. The last thing I remember is wanting to go back to my bed, of course, to sleep, but instead I wake up to my parents right in front of me trying to shake me and ask me, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Apparently I fainted, and then they had to send me to the hospital. And as I was going to the hospital, I kept vomiting. I was vomiting all the time. I was passing out, and my parents told me that when they arrived at the hospital, they had to like drag my body to the emergency room because I wasn't responding. And I was like, I don't remember that. And they were like, how do you not remember that? Because I don't. I literally passed out. And I don't know how the doctors explained it to me because those 24 hours are a complete blur, I'm not gonna lie, and extremely traumatizing. But they said that the poison almost went to my heart because my body didn't react on time. So yeah, that's to this day, it's still one of the scariest moments of my life, and it changed me as a person because after that day, I always check the expiration date on every product, or if I forget to, I'll check it at home and return it if I have to. What is the most memorable meal you've ever had? So, I'm a foodie. I love food. I'm a picky eater, but I still love to try food. And one of like my favorite things these days is this vegan burger, and it's like a falafel burger, and it's so freaking good. So it's falafel and then like vegetables mixed all together, and I love it so much, and I've been putting everyone on it, even my colleagues and my friends who do not like vegetarian or vegan food. I'm like, you have to try this burger, it's so good. And then when they try it, they're like, it is good. Place where like I try it at, they use the specific sauce and I can't figure out what the sauce is. So I'm gonna have to like keep going to that restaurant until I figure out what sauce they use, and then they're never gonna see me again. The second I figure out that recipe, they're never gonna see me again because I'm gonna make it by myself. What's the worst advice you've ever been given? Do not give up. I hate that advice. I absolutely hate it. I've gotten that advice from my parents ever since I was a kid. They're always like, don't give up, don't give up. Good things come to those who don't give up. No, no. It's because of that mentality that I have made so many wrong decisions, believing that if I just keep persevering, if I just keep pushing, things will turn in my way, that things will somehow get better and it will just work out in the end. No, I believe now after all of those wrong life choices, I've come to realize that you need to learn how to let go. I and everyone else, we need to learn how to let go. Sometimes plan A is not always the solution. And then those sub plans that we have to ensure that plan A is gonna come true and become complete, let go of those as well. Just give up entirely. You know that Indian dude? It's like, give up. Don't try. Literally, that's me. Just give up. Knowing that you tried your best, but for some reason, sometimes we realize it later, or we realize it in that moment that sometimes it's just better to let go because some things aren't supposed to happen. We're meant for other things. We're destined for other things, and it's okay. I don't take it as heartbreak anymore. I don't take it as, oh, nothing is working my way. It's sad and depressing. No, I just concentrate and put all my effort into something else that might happen. Because I personally thought that Prague was going to be it for me, that I was going to create a life there, a career, and everything else. But all it did is just destroy my mental health. And then I came back home and things turned out better for me. So I don't know. From my experiences, I would say give up. What is your least popular or most controversial opinion? I don't think it's controversial, and I don't think it's least popular, and I also just can't come up with like a better idea right now. But I do believe that there's nothing wrong with dating outside of your religion and outside of your culture. I come from like a conservative family, as I mentioned, and my parents would have made it known that they want me to date someone from my own country. They want me to date someone from my own religion. They think that I'm Muslim. I'm not. And I've said it to them. I'm like, I'm not Muslim. I'm not a practicing Muslim. But they don't want to accept it. It's crazy, but whatever. And I think it just comes from a place of control and fear. And I don't know, it's sad when I see people demonizing these type of relationships. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Let people be alone and in love. Like, let them be themselves. Stop trying to force your nationalistic ideals into everyone else. Like, no one wants to be miserable like you are. What is the strangest thing you believe in? Do you believe in the supernatural, heaven, angels, ghosts, luck, fate, magic, mind reading, lizard people, the Illuminati? Where do you draw the line of belief and disbelief? I don't think I have enough time to answer all of these questions, but I do believe in the supernatural, but I don't like to think too much about it because then it scares me. And I'm like, the more I think about it, the more it's gonna happen to me. You know, I have that sort of fear. But what I have this weird belief that despite everything that I've been through, I made it out sort of like alive mentally and physically, because yes, I realize that I'm a strong person, but at the same time, like, I have this feeling that my ancestors are always there supporting me and guiding me. I sometimes think, I don't know if it's God, I don't know if it's my ancestors. I have this feeling, this sort of positive supernatural feeling that a being outside of the physical world that we know, from another realm, is always looking out for me and supporting me and loving me. And they want the best for me and they're always cheering me on. Maybe it's my best self. Maybe it's someone that I don't know. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I just know that someone in a different realm loves me and they're protecting me unconditionally. So yeah. And I've always had this premonition ever since I was a child. It's so weird, but yeah. I'm an agnostic, by the way. I'm not an atheist, I'm an agnostic. I believe the strange thing was that I think that someone's protecting me. And then supernatural, yes, I believe in it. Heaven, angels, ghosts, definitely yes to all of them. I do want to believe that there's a heaven and then there's a hell, because there ain't no way that, I hope I don't get reborn. That's the one thing that I never want to experience. I do not want to live another life. But it's just crazy that for there not to be a hell. Like, all of these people, especially with what's going on in Palestine right now, and those freaking billionaires trying to rob us out of our rights, there better be a hell. There better be a hell for them. Mind reading, I hope it doesn't exist. I hope it doesn't exist. I do not want anyone in my business. Lizard people, no. I believe that there's alien beings on Earth, yes. And then there's aliens, who knows, God knows where in another galaxy, yes, because there ain't no way that we're the only ones here. But lizard people, no. And where do you draw the line of belief and disbelief? I don't exactly know how to answer that question. I don't have an answer to that question. All I know is that we, as a collective, we all should strive to respect everyone and their beliefs. I hate it when I'm talking to a religious person and they're like, but God, you should fear God. You cannot be a different religion. And they're all the same. Like, my parents are like, Islam is the only religion. There's no better feeling than being Muslim. And then you'll have Christians saying, Jesus is king. Christianity is the best religion. And I'm like, oh my God, why can't everyone just mind their own business? My God. I don't like how bright this is. Let me go with a different shade. What do you get the most compliments about? I actually get the most compliments about my eyes. Everyone says like, oh my God, your eyes are so big, they're so pretty. I'm like, thanks. Thank you. People always tell me like, oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Like, thanks. I appreciate it. I do want people to give me other compliments, like, I don't know, call me sexy or something. But no, all I get is cute. And you're like, they're so cute. But I shouldn't be complaining. At least I get compliments. If you could ask your future self one thing, what would it be? For my future self would be, are you a full-time author? And are you making a living out of it? Yeah, that's what I would want. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. I have a lot of content prepared, so subscribe if you want, like this video, and comment. And see you next time. Goodbye.